let us see some important terms usually in these chapters. First, magnetic flux density. It is denoted by vector B, capital B. It can be expressed as magnetic induction or magnetic field strength. Magnetic flux density means magnetic induction, means magnetic field strength. Now we know that in case of bar magnet, we know that magnetic lines of force starts from north pole and end on south pole externally. These are the pole point, and we know that magnetic induction strength of magnetic field decreases as we move away from the north pole. That means when we move away from the north pole, at a different point there is a different magnetic field strength, that is magnetic induction, that is magnetic flux density, and it is determined by, its formula is B is equal to phi upon A. Here phi is magnetic flux. Magnetic flux means total number of magnetic lines of force. Now if we have to find the magnetic induction or magnetic flux density or magnetic field strength at this point in the magnetic field, then determine the magnetic lines of force crossing this area normally, means total number of magnetic lines of force crossing unit area drawn around a point normally gives magnetic induction, magnetic flux density at that point. That means more the magnetic lines of force crossing the unit area normally means magnetic field strength is more, flux density is more, magnetic induction is more. Hence magnetic induction or magnetic flux density, it is defined as magnetic flux per unit area, and magnetic flux means total number of magnetic lines of force. These magnetic lines of force, what are the number of magnetic lines of force crossing this unity area normally, that gives strength of magnetic field. More the lines of magnetic force crossing unit area normally, that means more is the field strength. And thus what we observe, if we consider the different points in the magnetic field, more number of magnetic lines of force crossing unit area normally at the point A, then number of lines of force goes on decreasing as we move away from the point. This explains magnetic field strength or magnetic flux density. Now unit, it is a vector quantity. Magnetic flux density is a vector quantity and its unit is Tesla or Weber per meter square. Weber is the unit of magnetic flux. Hence Weber per meter square gives magnetic flux density or magnetic induction. Next important definition is magnetic permeability. Magnetic permeability means ability of a medium to conduct magnetic lines of force. It is represented by mu, where mu 0, it is called as magnetic permeability of free space air or vacuum, and mu, it is called magnetic permeability of a material medium. Ability of a medium to conduct magnetic lines of force is expressed in the quantity called as magnetic permeability. Now from these two quantity we can write relative permeability. This magnetic permeability can also be known as absolute permeability. Now relative permeability. Relative permeability is written as mu suffix r, and it is the ratio of mu upon mu 0. Hence we can define relative permeability is the ratio of magnetic permeability of a medium to magnetic permeability of a free space. Absolute permeability of a medium to the absolute permeability of free space. Relative permeability can be given as mu r is equal to mu upon mu 0. Hence mu can be written as mu 0 mu r. This equation is very useful. In electrostatic we have studied dielectric constant. Dielectric constant is the ratio of epsilon upon epsilon 0. Similarly, here relative permeability is the ratio of mu upon mu 0. This constant is used in electrostatic. This equation is important for us. Relative permeability is the ratio of similar quantity, hence it has no unit and no dimension. This quantity is very useful in further explanation. Now the next term is magnetization. We know that magnetic dipole moment, when a paramagnetic substance is placed in external magnetic field, it acquires magnetism. That means its dipole moment increases, and the ratio of magnetic dipole moment to the volume of the material gives magnetization. Here we can write magnetization. M, or sometime it can be written as mz. It is a vector quantity. Hence M is equal to M net to volume V. That is, magnetization is the ratio of magnetic dipole moment to the volume, or magnetic dipole moment per unit volume gives magnetization. Now its unit is, we know that unit of magnetic dipole moment is ampere meter square and unit of V is m cube. Hence unit of magnetization is ampere per meter. Magnetization is a vector quantity. From this magnetization we can understand how the material becomes magnetized when it is placed in external magnetic field. This magnetization explains the ability of a material or extent to which the substance is magnetized when it is placed in external magnetic field. Thus, the magnetization of a sample, paramagnetic, we know that there are different paramagnetic substances, and different paramagnetic substances have different value of magnetization. next important term is magnetic intensity or magnetizing force. We have studied magnetization. Magnetization can also be known as intensity of magnetization. Here magnetic intensity and intensity of magnetization are different things. Intensity of magnetization, the word magnetization means magnetization, M, that is dipole moment per unit volume. Here magnetic intensity is totally different. Sometimes it is also called as magnetizing force and it is denoted by H. Magnetizing force is denoted by H. We know that capital M or Mz is magnetization, whose formula is dipole moment per unit volume. Now let us see H. H means magnetizing force. To explain or to understand magnetizing force, let us consider here toroid. We know that toroid means a solenoid bent in the form of circle. Now let us consider a toroid having n turns per unit length. In unit length there are n number of turns and carrying current I. Current I is flowing through this toroid. Let mu is absolute permeability of material of the toroid. Then we know that when current flows through the toroid, magnetic induction is produced in the toroid. Magnetic induction or magnetic flux density, whose formula is mu Ni. Now here Ni can be represented as H. Here H is magnetizing force. Hence our equation becomes B is equal to mu Ni or mu H. Here H is called as magnetizing force. H can be written as H is equal to B upon mu. Now the definition of magnetizing force is number of ampere turns flowing per unit length of toroid. Number of ampere turns flowing per unit length of toroid. Thus we can express magnetic induction in terms of magnetizing force. If we consider the magnetic induction in free space, then B0 can be written as, by using the such formula, mu 0 H. Here H is magnetizing force. If we consider the magnetic induction in a particular material, then B can be written as B is equal to mu H. Here H is magnetizing force. These are some important definitions. First we studied magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density means magnetic induction. Magnetic induction or magnetic field strength, whose formula is B is equal to phi upon A. Here unit is Weber per meter square or Tesla. Second, magnetic permeability. Magnetic permeability means ability of a medium to conduct magnetic lines of force. Its value is constant. Now mu represent magnetic permeability of a material medium. Mu 0 represent magnetic permeability of free space or vacuum or air. We know that value of mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. Now the ratio of these two quantity gives relative permeability. Mu r is equal to mu upon mu 0. From this we can write mu is equal to mu 0 mu r. Then we have studied Magnetization is the ratio of magnetic dipole moment to the volume. Magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. And last, magnetizing force. H is equal to Ni.